Hello. Are you looking to have an event and you are wondering what type of registration platform you should be using? Stay tuned. I'm going to go over 12 top registration platforms to use for your next event. Hello, my name is Aris, and welcome to the Run of Show. So today we're going to go over registration platforms. People are familiar with Eventbrite, but there are tons of other platforms out there that you can use for your event registration, and we're going to go over a few today. All right. So the 12 best registration platforms. And if you're viewing this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and like the page. It just makes me feel good. So 12 events, the best event registration platforms. And just to let you know, I'm not being paid for my opinion. These are the ones that I've chosen that I think are great and reputable and will be that you can use for your event. So the first one, let's just get into it, is uh-oh, Six Connects. So this one has been around for a few years and I haven't used it yet, but I like the features of it. It has some really great tools that you can use, multiple engagement opportunities. You can use it for webinars, virtual, as well as live events. So you can do a hybrid portion of the event and have a virtual and live stream. So it has registration. It has, I believe it also has some gamification inside this platform as well. So you can check out the pricing here too. So it's between like $3,000 for a live event if you're just using the platform for in-person events, or it goes up to $12,000 for a hybrid event. So when you're doing a hybrid, you know that you're really planning two events simultaneously. You're planning a live event for the live audience, and you have to make it really engaging. And you're also planning virtual events for your virtual audience, and you have to make it really engaging as well. So you have to kind of merge and marry those two at one event at one time. So you are going to need some really great software and a great registration app to do that. So Six Connects is really good. I've checked them out. Again, I haven't used it yet, but I like what I see so far and the tools that's available to you. The next one is Bizzabo. I've spoken about Bizzabo a few times. It is one that has been around for a while, and they are constantly making changes and edits to their platform as well. With Bizzabo, you can register people online. They can use the app. They can use you can do it on the desktop. And it has a really great interactive app when your guests are using it at a conference or at an event. So it's great for networking. You can connect with people online or on the app rather. It's great for live polls. You can have the agenda, the speaker, social media engagement. You can list the sponsors on there as well, and the sponsors have a profile. And this one is pretty expensive. Well, it has some great features. I shouldn't say it's expensive. It costs a little bit more than some of the others, but it's worth it if you want to use all the features that it has, because it is a very, very robust system, and it is all in one platform for event management. And you can do hybrid as well as virtual, as well as in person and live events. So I really like Bizzabo. I've used it a couple of times, and that's one that I highly recommend. The next one is brown paper tickets. They have been around for a while. It is not fancy. Doesn't have any bells and whistles to it, but you can use it for like concerts or music series or something where you just need to sell actual tickets for, but not for like a registration on-site management, but just the bare bones minimum. This is great for ticket printing and just paper or just tickets rather if you're having some type of a concert or music series. So this is kind of a standard. It's been around for a while. It's still hanging in there. I don't really use this one at all, but a lot of people still do. So I wanted to add this one to the list. Cognito Forms. This is one that a lot of people are not aware of. I've used Cognito Forms for quite a few years, and I really like it, and it's really simple to use. Now, it does not have an app where you will have where attendees will log in and use it on site, but it's good for registration. So if you just need a basic, simple registration form that is not as involved as like a Bizzabo, but you want more features in a Google form, then use Cognito Forms. You can collect payment. It has a lot of different templates. For example, here's some, you can like a 5K, a run, you can do sales forms on it. You can collect credit card information. You can have a family reunion template. You can also have people register for a conference, and you don't need to have a online or in-person app. So if you're not trying to capture the engagement, like if you're just registering people for a seminar or something small, then I would definitely go with or consider using Cognito Forms. It has a lot of great features, and it it has a lot of integrations too with other softwares. So this one is good, and it's very cost effective. It's very budget friendly. So if you're looking for something budget friendly that collects payments, this one is good also. The next one is Cvent. Cvent is used by a lot of people in the event industry, and it's a great platform. Um, this one, it does cost a little bit more, and you would have to contact your sales department, but it has a lot of great features. It's also on-site badge printing. That's why a lot of event professionals use Cvent for that on-site badge printing feature. And you can connect it to whatever other platforms that you're using as well. So it has a lot of great technology. It has the event app as well as a schedule. You register people online. You can have your attendees have their profiles. So it is very robust, and I really like Cvent, and especially for the badge printing feature. So the next one is, and if you guys have any questions, please drop them in the comment section. Please also give me a like and follow and subscribe. The next one is Eventbrite. This is the standard that everyone knows, Eventbrite. It's widely used. I like Eventbrite. I've been using it for a number of years, and it works. It totally works. Sometimes people don't understand how to use Eventbrite fully. It also has a lot of features. And one of the things I hear people say is, oh, well, you have to, you don't get your money until after the event. So I sell tickets and I can't get my money until after the event via check from Eventbrite. And I tell people that's not true. You're not setting it up properly. So if you set it up properly, there are two ways to collect payment through Eventbrite. You can collect it as you sell tickets. So you collect payment and you set up your PayPal account to Eventbrite. So as you sell a ticket, that money hits your PayPal account. The other way is you sell tickets and then Eventbrite collects the payment, and they don't pay out until after the event. And a lot of people don't know how to switch that off. So they say, and the complaint is, oh, Eventbrite, I don't want to use it because I won't get my money right away. And I need that money to pay for the event, which is totally understandable. So again, if you guys need help, please reach out to me. I can help you figure out how to set up your Eventbrite. But again, if you are selling tickets, you can get your money right away if you connect it to your PayPal account. So that's Eventbrite. And everyone knows about Eventbrite. I don't need to discuss it, but it's a great platform. I use it often. And I really also like how Eventbrite helps sell tickets for you. People that use it, sometimes another complaint or an issue is that they charge too much for fees. Well, I tell people, well, consider that fee part of your marketing. Because if your event is public and you're trying to sell tickets, you set your event to public, and Eventbrite will post your event on multiple platforms. And they're not paying me to say this, but I do like Eventbrite, and they just kind of get a bad rap sometimes because people don't understand. They will post your event on multiple platforms across the internet, and Eventbrite events usually show up first in the Google searches. So you're getting top CEO, you are getting marketing, free marketing, or It's included in your marketing across multiple platforms. They post your events on Yelp and a bunch of other locations. So you're getting a lot of views without even doing it yourself. And that's part of your fee. So again, Eventbrite sometimes gets a bad rap because they don't really understand how it's used and all the features that it has and how Eventbrite is working for you. So that's Eventbrite. I'm going to go on to the next one. If you have a question, please drop it in the comment section. The other one is Eventzilla. And this one I have not used, but I've heard great things about it. And it is growing in popularity. It's similar to Eventbrite, but I believe it has like a few more bells and whistles. You can brand it. You can have your speakers and attendees and exhibitors on the platform. You can have multiple registration and attendee types. Um, it has wait lists, which Eventbrite doesn't have. I don't think they have wait lists. They may actually have wait lists, but it has wait lists and approvals and custom registration emails. So Eventzilla has a few more features than Eventbrite, but it isn't as well known as Eventbrite. So I would definitely check this out and put it into consideration if you're looking for another event platform. In Google Forms, this is simple. People are familiar with Google Forms, and it's free to use if you have the Google Suite. I wanted to make sure people are aware of the Google Forms, and it's not just for surveys, but use it for your event registration. If it's something simple and you are on if you have a small budget, Google Forms has made some improvements to their forms as well. And so they have added some features. And I believe you can collect payment, if I'm not mistaken, through Google Forms now. You can have people upload documents too. If someone needs to upload their insurance or their ID, you can have them uploaded through Google Forms. So they made some changes and improvements to it. So wanted to make sure you guys are aware that Google Forms is a viable option for your event registration if you have just a basic event and you have a small budget. The next one is HubSpot. In HubSpot, if you are a member of, or if you have HubSpot as your CRM, your customer relations management, you can definitely use HubSpot Forms, and it connects to your CRM. So if you already are using HubSpot as your CRM, the forms and the registrations that you are collecting, it attaches to the contacts that are already there. And sometimes that can be very helpful for you. So you don't have to use a bunch of different platforms and apps. Everything is all in one. So that's HubSpot Forms. And I use HubSpot as my CRM. So I wanted to plug them. And again, I'm not getting paid for any of this. None of the apps are compensating me. So this is my own opinion. Jotform. I was recently introduced to Jotform and I really, really like it. It is similar to kind of a Cognito Form, but it has a few more bells and whistles and it integrates with a lot of business apps. It integrates with Salesforce and Google Drive, and I think Dropbox. So you can collect payments. You can, it has a PDF editor. And this is for if you're just needing to collect registration information. So they register, you get their information, they pay to attend, and you're just going to have a checkoff list at the registration table. There's no app that they'll need. There's no speaker. So this is not a app that I would use for a conference, for example, but it is an app that I would use if I just need basic registration, maybe a seminar, a webinar, or a run or an event that I have to have people register for. So this is a simple form. It does have some great features in it, and I really like using it so far. So the fee it's priced between free and $99. So it is really cost effective if you're on a small budget. So there are a few different tiers in between that free and $99, and you can check those out. But I like Jotforms for a simple registration process. The next one is Oxford Abstracts. I use this this year actually, and this is for it's a great platform. It's fairly new, and they're constantly making changes to it. Like even now, they're constantly making changes, making it better, making it more user friendly. It's not the most user friendly, and you do have to take a training and use it a few times and ask questions because it does have quite a few features. but it isn't as intuitive as some of the other platforms. But it's specifically for educational and academic um, conferences. So conferences that require abstracts or some type of delegations or educational type trips or sessions. That's what this would be for, because you can upload the abstract into Oxford Abstracts so people can see it. I used to work for a science association, and a lot of the scientists had abstracts they had to present. So instead of bringing their huge poster boards and having a place to hang it, you can have the abstract inside of the app that they will use on site. And you don't have to have the large poster boards in the poster sessions. And it took up like huge rooms to have all these poster sessions with the scientific findings and discoveries and analytics that all these scientists are bringing in. So this is great for scientific conferences, educational conferences, academic institutions. Um, and I don't know any other app like this. So this one is unique, and it is pretty reasonably priced also right now for everything that it provides. And so I would check this out if you guys are with some type of an educational or academic institution. So the last one is Wova. Wova is a great app. I really enjoy using it. I don't have the pricing for it, unfortunately. It is one where you have to call and see what features of the app you want, and then they can customize a price for you. But it is totally worth it. One of the best things about the Wova app is the engagement feature that it has for your attendees. The attendees will be engaged from the beginning of the conference, even before the conference starts. You send your attendees the app, you get them to register. There are different contests and games you can set up. So the gamification that this app can do and provide is like top notch. So I have here, and it may be a little hard to see. You can bookmark attendees, you can message them, you can share contact information, you can have different games in here. So you can set up also meetings. You can plan your own meeting. You can say, hey, anyone that wants to meet at lunch about X, Y, and Z topic, you can set that up and people will join you. And it's a great way to meet other people at the event and make connections even after the event is over. As the organizer, you can set the app up where the people that have the most attendees for the different, meetings that are assigned, or how many people engage in a post the most, or however many people like a social media post, whatever. There are so many ways you can make this interactive and add games and fun and engagement into this app. It's just unbelievable. So I have been to conferences and they use the Wova app, and I connected with people and still engage with people after the event was over, weeks after the event was over, through the Wova app. You, as the event manager, can set the app where it shuts down or closes your event after the event, or you can choose to have the event remain open on the app. And I would always tell you to keep it open, because people will continue to be engaged. You just make connections. You connect with people. Everyone is on the app, and if people are not on the app, they will get a severe case of FOMO because everyone's on it. And it's kind of like it was better than Facebook at the conference, because everyone's talking on it. They're meeting people, they're connecting, they're looking at your LinkedIn profile through the app. You can, as an attendee, you can import your LinkedIn profile to your profile. You can add information to your profile, pictures. Again, you can set up your different meetings and play all types of different engagement activities. So this was a great app to use, and I would definitely use this for your next conference. And it has great branding capabilities and document sharing. So it's very, very robust. And that is the last one. So those are my favorites. I went through 12 event apps. So just in closing, it is just really important to find a great event app for you for your events. It just helps with efficiency of event planning and management. It improves your attendee experience, especially if you have a lot of people at a conference and you want to keep them engaged. Having a great event app and a great registration app is valuable. You can collect data from for future events, and just having a user-friendly registration app is just it's just very helpful and essential for event planners just looking to have a memorable and successful event, because your event app pretty much sets the tone for your event. You definitely want to have people interested in your events long after it's over, and you want to make sure that they're comfortable using the event app. So if they have a great experience with the app even before your event starts, then they will have a great experience at your events. So thank you so much for staying with me for these few minutes while I discuss event apps and registration apps. If you have questions, please drop them below. Again, this is Ari Skyton. This is the Run of Show, and thank you so much for joining me today. Take care.